Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Trails Through Daybreak Part 53. In the last video we finished up our nighttime business and now we're going to get ready to go to Tharbad and progress the main story. But before we do that, pop quiz, what time is it in universe at this very second? You have 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wrong, all of you. Okay? 6:45? No, see me after class. 7 o'clock? Wrong, see me after class. 7:15? Wrong, see me after class. The answer, 6:30 p.m. Post Meridian. Fuck, I said the word wrong. You get to meet famous people, right? We're not going for fun, you know. This is real work hours here. It's quite exciting, though. You never know. We really might meet lots of famous people. We're famous people, Agnes. At least Van is. Everybody knows him. You're right. We'll be meeting Nina for sure. She really has a unique aura, I guess. Tharbad's a good 8 hours by car, isn't it? Yeah. Do you guys not have airships, by the way? The Calvardian mind cannot comprehend flying through the air instead of driving a long distance. That's quite a drive. Make sure you have plenty to eat while you can. Thank you, Paulette. Time for a drink to live. You absolute dumbass. Don't tell me you forgot when you renewed your license already. You people couldn't stay serious if your lives depended on it, could you? I don't know what job you've taken on that's taking you to Tharbad, but please do take care. Well, I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious we're there to do something with the film festival. I mean, we could be going there for some other reason. It just, you know, an emergency. Oh no, we need to head up to Tharbad, like, in the next couple of days. It's very important. Wonder what it could be related to. Alright, can't say I ain't nervous, but you try taking the wheel till I'm out of Edith. Oh, okay. I was kind of wondering why he needed to drive. I assumed Van would be a car hog. Honestly, I don't buy that he would ever let Aaron drive the vehicle unless it's like dire circumstances. Let's see what those driving chops you showed, riding red stars around longboarding to practice. Brother, I can't say that shit. I got this. Ingert, red star, it's all the same when you're behind the wheel. He's gonna crash our truck, man. I can drive this baby way more smoothly than a shaky-headed codger like you. This is gonna be your first and only warning, kid. You end up scratching her, or veering us into a thicket, and you're gonna be in the trunk the rest of the way. Sweets really aren't the only thing you're picky about, huh? Like cars and saunas, the essentials of life. You need to talk to other people. You're gonna get weird ideas if you keep hanging out with the van. It sounds like as long as you drive safely, everything will be fine. Why does someone have to call now? Wait a sec. I'm really gonna take this in front of them, but guess I ain't got a choice. But like, seriously, why can't... Is it really just that Van is so car-pilled? Okay, I can't do this. We have to progress. I have to make the phone stop.
Hello, Mr. Arkwright. I hope I didn't catch you at a bad time. Oh.
I don't know who you are. Are you like our research contact or something? But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, about Van being so car-pilled. Because I thought that was gonna be, or that seems like that'd be the explanation for why we're not flying there. But if Van's gonna like let someone else drive, I thought it was just that he would be looking forward to doing the 8-hour road trip because he's weird. But like, really, you guys, like, we can't take a ticket? Like Roll It had airships that came straight to it, and that was, you know, 8 in-game years ago, and that place had a population of 4. It had a direct line for the airship. You tell me, Calvard, you can't figure that out? Damn, didn't think it'd be from a chick. A weirdly dressed one, too. What do you mean? I mean, I guess the headband's a little weird.
I see that I did. I'm very sorry. I didn't know you were with your employees.
Oh, so I guess she's like an android. Just because, I don't know, she sounds kind of... Oh, there's her name. Rosette Twinnings? I'm honestly surprised I noticed that. Sorry, if you had something else you wanted to run through with me, it ain't a good time. I'm gonna be out of town for a while. Can't wait till I get back.
Oh, I see.
Should have given you a call myself, to be honest, but this was a real last-minute thing.
Not at all. What I wanted to discuss is hardly urgent. I simply noticed a number of irregularities in the last set of data
so
you
you
sent
are the
me.
lady we were talking to.
And as your service provider, I cannot help but be concerned.
Because I couldn't really remember the voice. I mean, it sounds familiar, but, you know, that could be because the person's from any number of things.
I am deeply worried on a personal level, too, considering I am charged with your care.
I'm grateful, but, you know, I'll only be away for a few days. I'll call you once things settle down afterwards. See ya.
Please wait!
Nope, get hung up on, nerd. Why y'all looking at me like that? She doesn't work at some sleazy shop or whatever, okay? Just because she had the headband on, okay, doesn't mean I'm weird. You're weird. You sure about that? Sounded like she was talking to her favorite customer for where I'm standing. And also the headband, like, is that supposed to be... What was the organization from the thing, you know? In the, like, final little daydream and reverie where they talk about, oh, so-and-so hacked into Orb. Is that supposed to be them? I feel like I remember it being like a 4-letter abbreviation. It was like MTSC or something is what her headband said. Is it supposed to be the same people? What the hell gave you that impression? I don't know what the sleazy shop stuff is about, but she was super pretty. Way prettier than Erin. Her outfit was really cute too. Like a maid outfit, which yes, did make me wonder what service she provides while being charged with your care. Stop! You can't use that many quotes in a sentence, alright? See, if you went to class, you would know that's not good style of writing. Drive faster, Erin. Get me out of here. We're gonna ride in the back, okay, like a dog. I never thought Erin would be such a great driver. All you gotta do is go straight. I mean, he's just driving on the interstate. Or the... whatever. I think they called it the Autobahn in universe. Which is the wrong country, but whatever. His smooth driving skills are off the charts. He's willing to give Van a run for his money. See, told you kick ass behind the wheel. Only thing I hate more than a smug little shit is a smug little shit with talent. I admit this isn't a bad ride. I can see why you're still always raving about her. She's smooth, customizable, and comfy. Brother, open your eyes when you're driving my car. Truck thing. I can always make sharp turns without a hitch. Always in a red star kind of guy, but I'm coming around to Ingrid. I'll make a convert out of you yet. The 4 main brands are the best of the I think I'll take her for a spin from time to time. If I pretend she's mine, every girl in town want a piece of me. Burn in hell. Anyways, let you stay on the wheel for a while. You and I keep taking turns, we'll be at Tharbad by sunrise. Come on, Van. You really consider yourself a car guy and you can't even do an 8-hour drive? No stops? It's embarrassing. Then we can meet up with Nina, curious to find out what we signed up for. Me too. It must involve the Genesis somehow, but that's about all we know for sure. It's times like these and I wish I could glean more insight from them when they're glowing. Hey, don't go beating yourself up. I've been wondering though, how does the glowing thing even work? Well, the script says, and then Agnes's purse glows, and then it glows. Goddess only knows. Those things might not be indecipherable enigmas like artifacts, but we still know next to nothing about them. Next to nothing about them. It was a pattern for when they light up. Yeah, it's nifty for the plot. Don't they go off on all modest pull and shit? Could they be in Tharbad? I had my contacts look into that, but they haven't found a trace of them there. Still, they could have been the ones who sent those threat letters out. Fingers crossed that isn't the case. I bet it isn't. The approach is too soft and roundabout for them. Not to mention, they don't have anything to gain by obstructing the festival. At least, not the one in Tharbad. Maybe they had a reason to stop by the one in Messeldam since they're headquartered there. Well, I mean, what reason did they have to attack the Jaegers and turn them into zombies? I mean, I guess that was kind of just like a whim, but wasn't really like a, hey, go here, do this type thing, but I mean, I guess we don't explicitly know, but I kind of feel like that was just dude on a lark. Last I heard, they moved out of Mesodem a long time ago. People responsible for stopping the last festival were a bunch of racial terrorists. They threatened it and started a fire. The whole thing was canceled as a precaution. Isn't that letting them win? Well, yeah. What, for real? And here I thought those racist bastards were a dying breed. I'll have to wipe the floor at those shit stains. Based? Holy shit, he's based. Say, Van, you really do trust Dingo, don't you? Even if the shop is bigger than we normally do, you heard Nina out because of his recommendation. We go way back is all. Known him since I was first starting out as a fixer. It's a give and take kind of relationship. He gives me jobs, I feed him info to pick up. Or that I pick up. Speaking of info, he knows Jack too, right? Well, no, he knows a lot. That's because we give him all our info. No, I mean the other Jack. You guys are in cahoots with a whole lot of colorful characters, huh? There's Bermati too. Dingo's definitely the most upstanding of them, that's for sure. Don't get too friendly with you, but if you give him a job, he'll always get it done. Pretty easy guy to trust if you ask me. He seems really well connected too. He even knows Nina. I mean, we know Nina. Wasn't it him who arranged for our 4 SPGs in Tharbad too? He's half Central Eastern, so maybe that's why he's got so many acquaintances out there. And he's got that rep as a journalist who turned down a Fulitzer. Really? The Fulitzer Prize is the highest honor a reporter can receive. I had a small-time dude at a gossip mag in the running for that. Well, they've got a lot of categories. Who knows? I'm sure there's a reason. He's going to be in Tharbad starting out on the second day when we cover the festival. So we ought to be able to count on him to round up some leads for us. Kind of neat, like the little art there. Didn't mean to yawn so loud. It's okay to go to sleep if you want to get some shut-eye, you know. The seats are reclined, should be able to get comfy. Just make sure your seatbelt's nice and tight first. Hey Van, do you know where it'd be really easy to sleep? On an airship. None of us would mind it, or a train. You guys got trains in Calvard? None of us would mind if you got some rest too, by the way. We've passed a number of pit stops already. Don't worry about me. I'm used to long drives like these. If I really need it that bad, I'll let this little punk take over. Works for me. I'm still young, so I can actually do all-nighters. I've been meaning to ask, do people really not drink camel's milk in the Republic? What, was it the story about the Mafita that made you want to ask? That's right, you don't see camels much outside the Central East. You used to drink it back home or something? No, our village is at the base of a mountain, so we don't keep any camels back home either. I've just had some during a few of our trips. Tasted so good, though it's so much thicker than cow and sheep's milk. I can't say I've ever had camel's milk. I mean, it'd probably be fine, I guess. One of like the kumis, that's good stuff. Maybe we want to try it now. Camel's milk's supposed to be really valuable since they don't produce much of it. Never tried any myself, but I suppose it's a good alternative for people who are allergic to cow's milk. Isn't it just you're allergic to all milk? Like, is that a thing? You're like, oh, I can't drink cow milk, but I can drink camel milk? I don't actually know. I mean, I'm not lactose intolerant, and I don't really... Like, it's not very common for people to be lactose intolerant, at least not, like, really lactose intolerant. Where I am. At most, it's like, maybe lactose doesn't 100% agree with me, but I'm not gonna not drink milk, you know? I think that's, like, the most I've ever really seen people have. Much higher in protein, vitamins, and iron, while at the same time much lower in fat content. I also say it's tough to bake with, though, so kind of surprising that someone would try making chocolate with it. You are an encyclopedia for the weirdest shit. You guys hauled your ass over to Longport because Sal bribed him with sweets too, right? You're so screwed if all Model Lynch's weak point. You make a good point. I guess we'll have to learn how to make even nicer confections to keep them loyal to us. I can't always be bought, you know? Changing topics, Nina seems like such a lovely person on top of her already being a talented actress, doesn't she? She's only 2 years older than me, but she's so composed and level-headed. Yeah, she stood her ground even when those monsters all showed up. Yeah, it's because she's evil. Or got a dark passenger or something. She's not a warrior, but she had this noble kind of aura to her. Yep, quite a woman. Not much like your average Easterner either. I don't think she's from Longport, is she? No, it's not like every Easterner in this part of the world comes from I mean, I was thinking it. Aaron beat me to it. We got a long line Eastern Calvard and a place like the Eastern Quarter over in Crossbow out west that ain't two big hubs. And she's deliberately gone out of her way to present herself as more white, too. Not judging, to make it clear, that's her call to make. I'm confused. I feel like I'm missing something. All you people look the same to me. It's a bit of a Calvard problem, a delicate one. After the revolution 100 years ago, discrimination on the basis of identity, race, and culture were all abolished. Our Constitution makes it possible for us to all live in harmony with one another. Unfortunately, people are assholes. And to a certain extent, we do, at least on the surface. Do you mean all the racial terrorism that's been happening? What's this camera angle? Prejudice runs real deep in Calvard. Not much over in Longport, but up north, oh boy. You got white supremacists stuck in Calvard's past who raise some hell with Easterners and Central Easterners sometimes too. Things came to a head when Crossbell tried to declare its independence and during the economic crises that followed, but it's calmed down some since. That's only because Calvard's been basking in the prosperity of the Empire's reparations. It isn't as if racism itself has disappeared. It's too bad that's not the case. Of course, Heyo has never taken a line down, they hit back hard. So there's that too, it's not all one-sided. That's a pretty mature take for you. Shut up, I just hate stereotypes, that's all. I agree with you there, we're all individuals. It's just a shame that a lot of people in this world can't see others that way. Central Easterners have a lot of mirrors, so that adds to the friction too. They've contributed a good amount to Calvard's development in technology and academics. Their investments are a large reason why Verne and the Basel Institute of Science have become as big as they are. And that's not just financial investments, it's well known that one of my great-grandfather's 3 disciples has a Central Eastern background. Is it well known? The person, yeah. Person who's been mentioned like fucking 2 times in the series? Professor Hamilton, if you know her name. Oh yeah, I've heard of her before. Still, it's sad to think there are those out there who hate any contribution made just because of the people who made it. Guess I've still got a lot to learn about this country, huh? Very. Younger crowd doesn't really dwell as much on where people come from, though. We just gotta kill all the old people, then we'll have no problems. I say keep it that way as you grow. Us oldies, we watch an interview with pride as we sip our tea. Brother, you're the same generation, man. Well, fairies maybe a different generation, but everyone else, I mean, pretty much the same generation. You're not much older than us, you know. Don't throw out your back just yet, Gramps. It's the job of your generation to pave the road ahead so we can have a smoother ride. You pave your own damn road, and calling me old fart is bad enough. I mean, you did just say... I mean, you're kind of owning the I'm old thing, Van. You can't be mad, I guess. This is a really nice sequence, though. I'm glad it wasn't just like, hey, they talked for like 4 minutes, and then, hey, we're in Tharbad. Man, they're a tough bunch, but they all look their age when they sleep. Hard to believe it used to be like this, too.
These are some troubled times, and I know you've all got a lot more to worry about than you'd ever let on.
All I really picked up on is they went to school and then Kincaid was yelling at a bearded guy. I don't know. Could be that whoever recruited Van. Like, I don't know about the Meister thing, if it's supposed to be implied that he worked under him, or it was just he did like a job for him. If he's like supposed to be his trainer or not.
But I hope you'll never lose sight of how to live your life your own way.
Is Van monologuing again? He does know we're not actually asleep yet.
So you don't go off the rails like I did.
I mean, there's a train line right there, guys. We could have taken the damn train. Sorry, guys. No money for raises this quarter. We spent 80% of our excess funds on gas to drive halfway across the continent. Sorry. We also did it in a big truck too, so you know it was even more fuel wasted, or orbital energy. Finally awake, huh? Morning, Van. Last night, did you start talking to yourself like a weirdo again? Being all vague and ominous? Oh, it's sand, by the way. In the Shirin Desert? I read about it in one of my textbooks. What did it say? It's sandy? You know, I kind of dig it. We just entered the desert proper. We'll get to Tharbad in about an hour. In the meantime, I'm bushed. You take over number 3. Sweet 80s. How the hell can he just pass out like there's nothing? That means he's still in puberty or something. Hey, rest is important. Conking out on demand is a good skill to have. I mean, that is kind of a soldiery thing. He did drive a lot. No wonder he's so tired. Sure, a lot of cars on the road. Okay, I was about to call you out. I'm like, there's only 2 ferry. But okay, well, 4. We'll let you have that one. They must be traveling to the film festival. Well, the old man sawing logs, nothing stopped me from putting the pedal to the metal and seeing how fast this sucker can go. How about no? Let's just get to Tharbad in one piece, please. So according to this map, yeah, like Van said, we're about an hour away.
Hey, there it is!
That's the city, huh? Bigger than I imagined.
A city overlooking an oasis, perched right between tradition and modernity. That must be Tharbad, all right.
Also, it's probably hot as hell. Hopefully Tharbad won't be as problematic as the real life oases in the desert. You guys are cool, right? There's no like horrible social injustices going on under the glitz and glamour, right? Right? A waterfall in the middle of town? Pretty wild, right? Apparently the water's pumped in straight from the oasis. We got a tourist running around here. You know, where am I parking this bad boy? Take a right and pull into the big parking lot. I got us a spot booked there. Will do. Alright, here at last. Man, are you gonna be alright? You only slept for an hour. Well, it was only, I mean, okay, I say only an 8-hour drive, but like, if you just wake up and drove, you shouldn't be that tired yet. I'll manage, used to it at this point. You can tell we're in the desert though. Barely morning, it's already hotter than Gehenna. It's only gonna get hotter throughout the day too, and then nighttime hits and the temperature crashes like a bus. Why a bus? It's not really a metaphor, Farrah. Did something happen with you in a bus? We're meeting our client at noon, yeah? What say we call over the casino? In your dreams, kid. You need to check in the inn first. Once we drop off our luggage, it'll be time for us to limber up. The place we're staying at is in the cultural district, right? Yeah, if memory serves, it should be. We want to go that way then. What are we waiting for? Let's get to it. First things first. You know, this little thing we need to do. It's called, what the hell? Where are my people? What the hell is this? You're not real. Welcome to Tharbad. I'll be sure to look after your truck while it's parked there. We got a train station, but ever since cars got popular in the Central East, a good number of visitors choose to come by those for some freaking weird reason. As a result, there are more parking lots around here than even just a couple of years ago, but more cars means more work. Well, we'll coordinate with the local police so you can all rest assured your truck is in safe hands.
Not this way.
Alrighty. Oh, I guess. Oh, here's a person.
That big-ass building must be the place.
It's called the Al Jumeirah Hotel. And yes, we'll be meeting there later. I can't wait to see it up close.
Well, you'll have to wait a little longer. Let's keep moving.
I'm trying to talk, gang. It's been a long time since I've been in Tharbad. Business is clearly booming out here these days. Normally I do business over in Elslam this time of year, but when I heard there was going to be a film festival, I couldn't not come. Who wants some kebabs? Don't be shy. What a good festival. What's a good festival? That's some even better eats to go with it. That's what I say. You want some mustard?
Looking to buy something?
Why, yes I am. I am looking to buy something. How did you know?
See you again.
Because I approached the
Not
stall?
this way.
I want to go that way. Me when I'm on vacation, I am having the time. I mean, he actually looks like he's happy, and then she looks like she could basically cease to exist. What do you? Like, they don't look like they're wanting to die. Holy shit! Look at him. He's so fucking big.
Culture is so fascinating.
You think camels are real? Hell yeah, I like this place already. All the hustle and bustle's my kind of scene. Tharbad's famous for its bazaar. Last time I came here, I remember there being traditional music and dancing and stuff. That sounds fun. I'd love to see some of that. Hey, I recognize those things. Don't you smoke stuff at them? That's right, I've read about them before. They're hookahs, traditional devices that come from the Central East. Right, can't say I'm into smoking, but all this talk about vices has me keen to try out some of the booze around here. Save the sightseeing for later, folks. We got an inn we need to check into first. Should be just past that sign over there. Oh, there's Chickadee.
Come on, Sarah. We've got to get going.
Okay, right behind you.
Hey, it's so good to see you. How have you been? I'm doing great. Nice to see you too. I was disowned. My family never wants to see me again. This must be where... Yeah, this is where me and the rest of the crew stayed before. It's neat to see it again. Fate has a way of bringing people together like that. Anyway, welcome to Tharbad, everyone. 2 rooms, right? I'll show you where we'll be staying. Follow me. I don't want to sleep with any of you nerds. Can we not get 4 rooms? Come on, this is like on the film festival's ticket, right? I see, so you're living in and studying Edith these days, are you? I'm impressed. You've grown so much in just a year. It's no big deal, really. I still have a lot to learn. I always have to have Anya to explain stuff to me. I feel so bad for her. It's fine. I enjoy teaching her things. Our fairies are quick study. Glad to hear it. I can't wait to see what the future holds for her. Well, it's definitely not getting integrated back into the crew. I can tell you that. She got freaking sold off for a nickel to Van, basically. So you're a boss, right? Make sure you do your job, too, and look after her well. What? Somebody thinks pretty highly of you. Yeah, she's always been really nice to me. It's made for a pretty solid crash bed. Rooms are clean and the food seems decent. Guess it's time to get to work now? And it is. Dingo said he's done getting us some 4 SPGs ready. Let's take our time resolving whichever ones catch our eye, then head on to the Al Jumeirah Hotel in the Entertainment District by noon. Sounds good to me. Off to work we go.
So, where's the nearest bulletin board?
I don't know. I don't live here.
I think there's one in the bazaar.
3 beds. 4 beds. I mean, why does our room have more beds? Get screwed.
Gotta keep this up. Rank
Hey,
up.
we're a C. Oh yeah, the MTSC.
I'll be taking that.
It increases healing item range by 10. It seems pretty good. Well, what does range mean? Range doesn't mean area. I mean,
Just a quick break.
because range would just mean the range that it can reach. Like, it would let you do it from a distance. Like, you wouldn't have to be right next to them. Not that it turns the items into AoEs. I presume, based on the way that's phrased. So not as good. But still okay, I guess. I don't really know what 10 is. I mean, it seems like a lot, but it's hard to really, like, internalize that. Coming to this inn always relaxes me. The proprietress and I are pretty friendly, so she understands what I always like and need. Plus, it's easy to park your camels outside. Stuff like that, so it makes old inns a godsend to traders like me. Once I give Holla my little gift from home I brought with me, it's time to start talking business. Oh, the place is still lacking paved roads even these days. There continues to be a place for traders like me who can go around on camel. Those horrible hookahs I've been seeing must be really new. We didn't have anything like them when I was in the city last month. I had to get one and try it out. They're like something you could smoke, even while on camelback, and not just when you need a break. Sorry, I crashed my camel. I was high as shit. Hey, I remember you. You were with those Jaegers that stayed with us last year, weren't you? Looks like you've been doing well. Agnes, you were in a Jaeger group? I remember you enjoyed our kofta, didn't you? We should have get some for you while you're here. Wow, thanks. Can't believe you remember what I like to eat. You really are as good as your mom says. Everybody in my clan was saying you're going to be an amazing owner once you take over. That's no big deal. Our clan's just one of the more, or your clan's one of the more distinct guests we've had, so your preferences came back to me pretty easily. Trust me, I got a long way to go before I'll be ready to run the inn. I hadn't stopped my mother from trying to jump the gun and get things moving. Things? What kind of things? It's nothing. You don't need to worry about it. She'll forget about it and move on soon enough. I hope. Wah! My parents are giving me a free business. Wah! Mother's got really high hopes for me as a future owner of the inn, even if I think I still have a lot to learn before I'll be ready. Hearing that everyone in the crew appreciates my work just gave me a little bit more confidence.
Looking is always free, you know.
Tastes like a hamburger? Yeah? I mean, I guess a lot of things taste like a hamburger. If you think about
Come
it.
back for more anytime.
We don't cook. What a surprise this is. Didn't expect to see you again without the rest of your clan, Fairy. Remember the last time you stayed here, you said you wanted to get out and see more of the world. Have you gotten to do that? Yeah, Vance taught me so much. The only problem is the more I learn, the more I realize just how big Zemuria is. That makes me want to see even more of what's out there. Well, spoiler alert, you can't leave Zemuria. Don't even think about trying to go to another continent, Fairy. They're not real. Sounds like a good problem to me. Now that you're on this new path, it's only natural to keep wanting to learn more and more. And if I had to guess, the real adventure has only just begun for you. Nah, we're probably pretty close to the end of the game, right? 3 chapters? This is like the 3rd act, you know? Basically almost done with the game. If I had to guess, there's always more for you to discover out there. If you have time, either today or later, I'd love to hear about what you've seen so far. Can't wait to talk about it all with you, Miss Holla. Here's the peoples. I'm glad my son's making friends with one of the local kids. Ever since I was sent out here to work, I've been looking for an opportunity to bring my family to Tharbad too. I only plan to take him to the film festival and go sightseeing. It's a perfect stroke of luck that he's found a friend too. Seeing as the film festival is being held too, I decided to take my husband up on this idea and come with our son on his business trip. Figured it'd be nice, but I never anticipated that our son would hit it off with one of the local children. What a wonderful surprise. I wanted him to go to be wise and broad-minded, so I'm glad he's getting exposed to other cultures while he's still young. And then once the djinn appeared from the lamp, it repeats the first word and leaves. Wow, that's awesome. Central Eastern fairy tales are so neat and cool. I know, right? My grandma and the people from the temple tell me stories with different morals all the time. Do people like to tell any neat weird stories where you're from? I'd love to hear them. Sure, I can tell you about them. After that, I want to hear more about your fairy tales, okay? And why don't we visit the temple? Mother Jamiel knows a lot of stuff like that. I'm sure she'll be able to tell you lots. What would a Calvardian fairy tale be? I don't know. I can't think of any French fairy tales. In America, we got, hey, what if there was like a big dude and he had an ox? That's the best we got. I read a lot of picture books before. The Central East has so many fairy tales I've never heard of. Imani knows a lot about them. Gonna ask the bishop lady to tell me some too. So heavy Clem likes hearing about Central Eastern fairy tales. Most kids who visit Tharbad don't really care about them. It's nice to meet someone who does. What should I do? We can't ignore this problem any longer. It's getting out of hand. If only someone would look at my bulletin board. Wonder what his problem is. He keeps mumbling on about something. Beats me. Could be someone who needs our help. Why don't we see if there are any bulletin boards around here? Maybe he posted something already. Nope. You see all these dots, Fairy? They've got to be attended to. Oh, she's fucking schmoving. I think something must be missing in my practice routine. I don't know if it's enough to catch up to those two. You've seen them, right? The pair of sisters that dance over in front of the oasis? They're so good. I really look up to them. It's my goal to be just like them one day. Ooh, bracers. Anybody real in here? No? Okay.
I'm begging you.
Yeah, I'm begging you, lady. It's fair to say that Tharbad acts as a bridge between the Principality of Islam and Calvard. You can see that in the film festival. The Islam royal family has such high expectations for it, they've directly invested in it. As both a proud master of Islam's royal sword fighting style and a bracer in general, it's a genuine honor to watch over this region. You know royal sword fighting? Wait, I know, you're really famous in the Middle East for being the strongest Shamshir fighter. Wow. Guess that means you got quite the reputation back home, huh? You were born in Islam, right? Sounds like you have the close ties to this branch of the guild, though. I do. At first I worked in Ludos, Islam's capital, but the Calvard branch was kind enough to extend an invitation, and now here I am. I miss home, to be sure, but I couldn't pass up the opportunity. It's a huge privilege being stationed in such an important city. It allows me to be of use of both Calvard and Islam. I like to believe that it was Arusha's will that brought me here. Couldn't Arusha just will that there were no problems and you wouldn't need to do your job? I'm sorry. I've been living in Tharbad for 5 years now. At this point, I think it is my second home. It's very fulfilling work. I get to help people who come here all over from Zemuria, as well as contribute to Calvard and Islam's good relations. Recently, I've been seeing more and more trouble. It is what it is. As a bracer, I just have to keep doing my job, and that's that. You will see the people from Arkrod Solutions. Heard all about your exploits in Edith and Longport from... I don't know who that is. Oh, Craig. Yeah. He always grumbles about you guys whenever you come up. What the heck do you guys do to give him a fuse like that? I'll have to ask him. You're a friend of Clyde, though. Guess I can see it. You two look about the same age. Both got loser energy. We're actually a year apart, but we came up in the guild around the same time, yeah. I'm way ahead of him. I'm like a B rank already. I'm not like a fucking D rank loser like that nerd. We worked together a fair bit when we were junior bracers. I was the first one to get promoted up to C rank between us, but I think I might not stay ahead much longer. I think you're fine, kid. He says he's on the verge of hitting B rank. Going to have to hustle if I don't want to beat him. Yeah. Define verge. Sounds like you guys got yourself a nice little rivalry. I know what it's like. I got some folks like that over in my theater. I wouldn't say it's anything that serious, just a little friendly competition, I guess. I've done my fair share of training while traveling all over the place. I want to make the most of my time while I'm out here. Plus, this city has its problems right now. As a bracer, I can't just ignore them. I have to do something to help. Good on you, man. For someone who looks pretty laid back on the outside, you actually sound pretty passionate about your job. Respect. I think we're gonna get along just fine. You don't sound like the type of guy who would give us trouble like, Clyde. Oh yeah, I forgot we're supposed to have a B-rank bracer coming in to help from the main branch. Oh, a B-rank brace from the main branch. It'll be good to have the extra help around, but I can't let myself become dependent on it either. I don't know who the B-rank bracer from the main branch would actually be. Because she's supposed to be A-rank, right? And no one that we've been introduced to is B-rank in this game? So maybe somebody we haven't met yet? Hey, you got some Archon Solutions? The one those 4 SPGs are supposed to be for? Been hearing a lot of talk about you guys since you came into town. You have, huh? Guess word travels pretty fast in these parts. It does. All of the main branch told me about you all as well, so I'm a little familiar with you already. Including what you guys got up to over in Longport. Apparently you're even more capable than expected. Well, would you look at that? Sounds like the guild's giving us some props. About time if you ask me. Also means now we got a reputation to maintain with these people, especially in light of what's going on. I don't think you mind taking a load off of the guild. Ain't the first time. Don't expect us to take everything. We still reserve the right to decide. I understand. We appreciate you being so upfront about it. Don't worry. We'll be careful in what we choose to pass on to you. We'll just make you kill monsters. You know, the usual. Maybe a cat. Well, you won't kill the cat. We don't kill cats at the Bracer Guild. Of course, we do the exact opposite. If the Bracer Guild is tasked with saving a human life or saving a cat life, we choose the cat every day of the week. Because we're just good people. We simply appreciate your ability to handle some of our load and delegate responsibilities among yourselves as needed. As you can imagine, we have more of our plate than simply providing security for the festival and sorting out any tourist problems. Sounds like the guild could be investigating something on their end too. All the more reason to help them out then. I don't know if they owe us a favor or two. Might be able to get some intel out of them. Oh, you're still talking. I'm sure you sensed it yourself, but Tharbad's somewhat of a peculiar position. More and more issues are cropping up, and while we're not sure yet why, we do know that it's not just because of the film festival. I won't intrude in whatever business has brought you here, but you should be aware that we do have an investigation underway. So, if you can bear in mind the complexity of the situation before making any moves, we'd appreciate it.
Okay.
No. I will do what I want, madam. So we'll keep going for, I guess, a little bit longer. Today is going to be a big recording day. Should be a long marathon session. Probably one of the longest that I've gotten to do so far. I pretty much have like the full day to record, which is nice because the backlog kind of died when I just couldn't record because it was too fucking hot. Like it was so hot that like basically after the last couple of days I didn't even turn my computer on because it was like my room already is about maybe just 5 degrees hotter than the rest of my apartment, and then with the computer on as well, it's like another few degrees. I mean, it was like probably like over, because I remember like the Sunday, because it got fixed on a Tuesday, so that Sunday before, it was like probably like 100 degrees in my room. So it was so bad. Like I was just sitting there like in front of the fan covered in sweat, and the sweat would not evaporate. It was so bad. Young people, I swear, they're in a tizzy over this forsaken film festival. Doesn't anyone know self-restraint these days? And it's not just a film festival. That's wrong, says that phantom fountain in the entertainment district. Back in my day, we treasured water. Good to see the city thriving, but everybody seems to have forgotten they all have Arusha to thank for our prosperity. Yeah? Ah, don't be like that, Abdullah. Nice to see young people going out and enjoying things. It brings a smile to my face. Not to mention, if we cling to our ways too much, we as a people have trouble getting along with those out west. Oh, those orbit up hookahs can go get buried in a dune, I'll grant. Yeah, damn true, partner. If I'm not sucking out the smoke with my own Arusha-given lungs, then I don't even want to do it.
Goddess Arusha.
Welcome, everyone. This is a place of worship for Arusha, the winged goddess. Many tourists these days wander in our temple out of curiosity. I hope this visit today offers some insight into our culture. Yeah, how's it different than Adios? Like, is it really the only difference that you call it a different name? Or, as a scholar of Septian law, I spare no effort when it comes to spreading knowledge of the testaments to the people. In the harsh deserts of the Central East, we all help one another, so it's only natural for people to share their beliefs in the spirit of tolerance. Spirit matters more than ever as our contract with the Western lands increases and our daily lives here continue to change and evolve. I'm confident that the knowledge and teachings we have come to embrace here will prove helpful to Westerners. Like, what are your knowledge and teachings? I'm just asking for a friend. Because it is kind of weird, like, they don't ever actually, like, quote from their, you know, scripture and testaments and stuff. Like, I don't, like, what even is the ideology of the church? Other than, like, technology bad sometimes. Like, that's like the only concrete thing we really kind of know about the church is that they don't like artifacts. Like, whip me out the testaments. Let me read that shit right now, alright? I'm throwing down the gauntlet. To be fair, I think there are a lot of local people my age that have been drawn in all the glitz and glamour of the entertainment district. But deep down, I think a lot of them still value our traditions and culture, even if they won't say it out loud. I know that because they also come down here to the temple on holidays and pray with the elders. That's why I think this place is so important, and I'm glad to have it. It's preserving the traditional values so they don't get lost. And what are the traditional values? Thou shalt not suck up hookah if it's powered by an orbment? Welcome to our temple. Truth be told, we've had some rather temperamental tourists cross our doors recently. However, I can tell that none of you are here to cause trouble, and I'm more than happy to have you here. Yeah, Aaron. Not here to cause trouble. Central Eastern temples are meant to be places of tolerance, which is why we've always opened our doors in the spirit of understanding. Unfortunately, I've recently been seeing so many unruly tourists here. When things get too out of hand, sadly I do ask them to leave.
Okay.
What kind of loser goes to I mean, what kind of loser goes anywhere and causes a ruckus? But like going to a church and causing a ruckus, just not even religious, and that shit just feels bad. Would you all happen to be interested in the Central Eastern's unique folklore by any chance? Yeah, sure, tell me a story. I teach those stories to the local children during Sunday school, but I think they have plenty to offer for visitors from the other regions. Sadly, not many children from outside of Tharbad show much interest in learning about them, which is a shame. Hey, we got just the kid for you. Okay, so we'll finish talking with these last few people, and then we'll call it. Last few regular NPCs.
This place has got a totally different vibe from Longport. I like it.
Yeah, you can learn a lot about a region by walking around a big city like this.
Yeah, like a woman that's
No,
hot.
I'll have to remember that.
As hot as this place gets, see, I told you. It's really nice. I like it. The fact that heat makes it feel like I'm visiting a whole other planet. I used to not wander far when I left home, but after visiting Krill and Remiferia, I now get a kick out of traveling as far as I can. Oh yeah, I remember hearing that the sand at the Michelin Beach was shipped in from the Central East. Hey, if my plans work out, I'll visit there sometime next month and soak up some more sun.
You won't find this just anywhere.
Camel meat? Well, can't say I see tourists, a group of tourists look like you very often. Color me intrigued. Little lady there must be Central East too, right? But judging from her apparel from the mountains, am I right? Which means none of you probably have much experience eating camel. If you ask me, I think you should change that. Why not have some of my camel meat? Nobody comes away unsatisfied, and I mean nobody. Do you eat camel?
Well,
I mean, like, I feel like, aren't they like more? I mean, I guess it's kind of like horses. I mean, yeah, I know like France eats horses, and that's kind of like it. Or like out of like, you know, sometimes like necessity, maybe people would eat them, but for the most part, they're kind of like more useful
Come and
not
see
being
if you'd
eaten. You know, kind of assume camels would be the same way.
Hey there.
I mean, I'd
What'll
eat
it
it.
be?
I ain't got no stigma about eating any sort of animal. Like, I feel like if, you know, if you're gonna eat meat, it's kind of weird to have like, oh no, I'm not gonna eat this. That's immoral. Like, it's all the same.
See ya.
Okay.
I specialize in camel meat-based dishes here, which are an ordinary part of Central Eastern cuisine. That might surprise you to hear, since many think of them as beasts of burden. They're eaten pretty regular, as a matter of fact. They're a valuable source of protein in particular. In our corners of mere where grazing land isn't exactly found over every hill. I guess that makes sense. I guess I just don't really honestly know too much about places with camels and their culinary habits. Man, what should I get for this week's groceries? Might be a good idea to be a bit sparing on the budget. People think everyone in Tharbad and Eslam are rich, but as you can see, most of us are a lot more humble. Not that we're not blessed here in many ways, circumstances can definitely vary depending on where you go in the Central East. This region has its conflicts. It sounds really tragic just how many Quaddis has fallen in the wake of its development and all. It's like, what is the economy here? Because, I mean, if we think of this as being like the Middle East, but there's no oil, like the economy would be nothing, you know? So like, what do you guys do for a job other than just like be trade? Like, I don't know. Because I mean, I guess if you were trying to do like a, you know, in-universe equivalent to the real, it would be that this area had like a lot of septium or something to mine, and that would be like the cause of their extravagance. But because I don't really know how you make, because like if you make the parallel, because like the reason why, you know, places like Dubai and stuff are so decadent is because they have so much money that they can build up the cities, even though they're places that nobody should ever really live. So like, how do they do that here, where this is just like a place in the desert? Nice long hookah sessions in a traditional pastime in the is a traditional pastime in the Central East. Not only do they smell nice, but they're a wonderful cooling sensation when smoked. Definitely a must in a place that gets as hot as Tharbad. Lately, these portable, overpowered hookahs have been all the rage in Tharbad. Honestly, though, can't say I'm a big fan. They got no class. In my book, nothing beats a good old traditional hookah. I mean, brother, they're the same thing, man. It's like being like, oh no, I don't want to have a cigarette that's lit by a lighter. I want it lit by a match. Brother. When tourists come looking for the hookah hookup, I want them to enjoy something with some real taste to it. Do it right, you know? I offer over hookahs to those who want them, but otherwise I don't go out of my way to push them on the folks. They just aren't my style. Man, I feel like they're the same thing, brother. Yeah, we did end up going longer because I went on that tangent, but got an appetite for some Central Eastern fruits or spices by chance? You won't find my goods anywhere else in Calvard. Western nobles have loved our spices for generations. There's a reason trade first took off between our cultures. You should really give them a try. Once you do, you'll wonder how you ever live without them.
Hello.
I guess maybe they survived just off trade?
Thanks for shopping.
Looks like my daughter, Imani, has made friends with a child visiting from out of town. I've had the pleasure of doing some cultural exchanges for my businesses, but to see her do that with just a picture book is really special. Honestly, it's wonderful to see people embrace our culture and find themselves captivated by it. Okay. And we didn't talk to you. Hello there, interested in some Central Eastern antiques? Everybody in these parts really values history, which is good when you trade in artifacts like I do. You gotta, well, watch. For as much as the entertainment district has changed, the cultural district is still humming along, same as ever. Business is good. The fact this part of town still looks the way it does is all thanks to how much people around here cherish history.
Why, hello.
Anyone up getting a turban on? I'm poor. I still can't afford it. Does anybody got some quartz to sell? Oh, we can sell some U materials. We actually honestly don't. If we're never going to cook, we don't need the ingredients. I mean, if I ever get HP 5 strength, actually seems kind of good. I don't know who to give it to.
Thank you.
I don't even know what you guys have equipped, but we will look at that later, because we are well over time. Next time we'll continue running around Tharbad and, you know, maybe take on a couple quests. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.